Hold on. Okay.
And it's a Wednesday night. We are back on the rant. Harley Dave with you, back again in the studio. I missed last week, of course.
Glad you're feeling better, Dave.
Thank
Dave,
you.
I guess Dave was jerking off so bad that his arm hurt and he couldn't do the engineering part.
I was standing on the precipice with 1 foot over the edge of the great unknown, and well, actually it was just the flu, but I'm back.
We're glad you're feeling better.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Healthy Dave is better than sick Dave.
Yeah, and no smoking, Dave.
No smoking.
No smoking. It's 10 days since I've had a cigarette thanks to
You
this.
fucking
But the problem
quitter.
is he went to crack, people. So
That's true.
please help him out. Instead of smoking now cigarettes, he went to crack.
And shooting
So-
heroin and
Yeah, all that good stuff. Awesome. Congratulations, you fucking
snorting
quitter.
meth.
Yes. So,
That's why I'm talking like this. I'm snorting meth all day, and I don't know when to stop.
well, let's go down the line here. Dave, how are you doing today besides all that? How's it
I'm
going?
doing good. I've got some rants for later on, so we will have some ranting on the rant.
Okay.
With a name like the rant, who knew we'd have ranting?
Well, we have a great guest tonight,
Yes, we do.
Steve, don't we?
do have a great guest.
Please
we have
do the honors.
a spectacular guest.
Do the honors, do
And
the
Dave,
honors.
get ready for the hand clap.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay. So we have a dear friend of mine that I've known for a long time, and I love her to pieces. And she is what every woman should excel to be, and to be that. With all the times being the way they are, with all the shit that's going down, this is a real human being we're talking to here, people. This is a woman that broke all odds, broke every friggin' wall that she could possibly break. And she's breaking them still, and I love her. She's my friend. It's Aziza, and we have her on.
Welcome.
Welcome, Aziza.
Thank you. Wow, that was very, very big words. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, you deserve them.
You deserve it, hon.
And just
You
to
deserve
warn
it.
you,
Oh,
we
thank
are
you.
not normal.
We are not.
So.
She knows that. She's been friends. She's
Well,
been
you
friends
know
with me
Steve
for years.
isn't normal,
Yeah,
but-
you know she knows I'm not normal, so she wasn't. She knew this wasn't going to be no regular rodeo. She knew this was going to be all crazy. Oh, I know.
Beware.
Yes, beware. No, you know we'll be gentle on you. You know.
How you doing?
There's that laugh. I love that laugh.
I love you too.
Classic.
And in front of our thousands of people that are listening, damn you for never calling me anymore. I'm very hurt. My heart is broken.
He's been crying all
It's
week.
not personal.
I don't get to talk to my Aziza
Wow.
anymore about, you know, she's gone through a lot of stuff with me, actually. Like during a lot of my breakups in the past, I used to cry to her and call to her and cry a bitch and moan. And this poor girl sat there like a trooper, was like, here's what you got to do, and here's how it is, and this, and that. So once again, Aziza, I love you, and thank you so much for all that.
Well, thank you. You've helped me too. It's all good.
We'd love to hear a little bit about you. We've got, your rock star, singer, and a vocal coach. I know you have a classical recital coming up in Grand Rapids.
Yeah, and then I hear there's also a possibility you might be flying to Mars to help populate there. I mean, you've done everything. Why not do that now? You
Oh,
might
my
as well go
God.
do that, Aziza.
If I could, I totally would.
I bet you would.
Oh,
This
please
is
take
one
me.
hard work, ladies and gentlemen. This is one hardworking girl. This is why it's like we have to bow to even say her because.
Oh my
she,
God.
Yeah, you're the shit, dude.
Oh Jesus. Jesus, dude.
Well, come
Oh,
on.
God.
How many years?
Making me blush. Stop.
How many years you been at this?
Well, I
you know I
can't
know, but I
this,
have to ask this
but
because fans
let's
don't know.
see. 14 years old. I've started doing shit when I was 14 years old. But I was like mingling in my basement when I was a kid, making little music beats and pretending to be characters and dancing on my mother's very expensive Oriental table, and she constantly was told she needed to do something artistically with me. And sooner or later, she got me into first it was piano, then it was acting, which I'm surprised that there wasn't singing in between there, because she said since I was born, she was saying I was going to had a career in the Met someday, which is very bizarre that she said that.
And your mother sounds like,
Met,
since I've known you,
I mean?
your mother sounds like a very strong person, and she's probably helped you with that, right? You know, like the DNA
she's
obviously moved down to you. So I do have to ask this, though, Aziza, in front of everyone, and I'm sorry if this embarrasses you in any way or not, but whatever made you start going into your heritage of, everyone knows you as the Egyptian queen. So what got you into, well, first off, because that's a question I still haven't even asked you. I don't believe we even talked about that in the telephone in years. Like, what actually got you into the whole, like, going to your ancestors, with the whole Egyptian thing? Like, even in your one picture, that epic picture you sent of us with you reading the Book of the Damned, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, what got you, like, I guess, curious in that? What brought you to that point first?
Well, it's a little in my mother's bloodline, so it's in her a little bit. But that inspired me. So I started just really be intrigued by the music, the Middle Eastern sound.
Yeah.
And my jiddo, my grandfather, who is Lebanese, he had those kind of roots as well, and he would play that kind of music a lot when I was little. And I guess that's probably where it came from, because I really didn't plan it to be that way. I said, I think I want this, and went with it. Sometimes you just got to trust your gut, because your creative gut, and go for it.
No, that's really
and
cool.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
I forgot what your voice even sounds like anymore. You know what's crazy, Aziza?
Hmm?
Your voice is killing me. It's crazy because, like, as much as I've talked to you on the phone in the past, your voice seemed to have gotten higher, like a higher pitch, yet you sing opera, and you sing like at a lower tone. Do you think something happened too with your voice? I mean, is there something, because your voice actually sounds higher now when you're talking.
Well,
don't worry, Aziza. Steve ate some of that.
Probably range.
Tonight.
It's range. When I'm talking, and it's kind of funny, I notice I do this. When I'm talking to somebody else about anything pertaining to business, my voice does raise a little bit compared to when I'm talking in a personal format.
Sure.
Because I think I'm more relaxed. But I do have a little more range than I used to as well, so that's part of it.
Amazing.
But honestly, it's you'll notice as we go on, it will get lower.
That's as easy. I love that. We got to pull the old out of you. That's why I'm not trying to treat this like a professional interview. I just want you to be relaxed, and we could just shoot the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we used to.
You'll end up.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
let's start off. I know you want to talk about the band a little bit. Let's start there. What's going on? Did you change any members? Do you have like anything different going on? What's the name of the band? I have to ask all this because people have to know, who are listening. What is the band's name and what's going on?
Okay. My band name is Aria Flame. Okay.
Oh, it's Aria. We were saying area,
Aria.
So we said it wrong.
No.
God,
no,
we say it wrong.
Do that.
Aria Flame.
Aria.
It's the Canadian in us.
No, that's Egyptian.
The character Aria. Same thing.
What does Aria? What does Aria stand for, hun?
Aria is a classical song. So in classical music, aria is an art song and classically sung for one voice. Okay, aria.
Sweet.
And flame, of course, is my fierceness. So together,
I like it.
There you go. It's like a mix, a blend.
You sound so sexy when you say that. I just so sexy. Just a sexy thing.
Yeah.
Simmer down, Steve. Simmer down.
Flattery will get you everywhere.
I know it will. Everywhere.
Luckily, he's only up to a 3 right now.
Right.
Yeah.
He hits 6 or 7. He's going to be humping a microphone.
Keep him going. We got video. I want to get.
Aziza, if you know me too well, I'm trying to take you out of your comfortable place, right? You already know what I'm doing. I'm getting you to just talking, as if you're talking to your friends, because you are talking to your friends. We love you. So it's all
I
good.
know. I'm all good.
It's good.
You're good.
Okay, so with the band, is there any surprises? New album coming out? New members? Is there anything you want to discuss about that for the audience?
Yes. So, okay. I have to tell this story because it ties into where I'm going with it.
Okay.
We have a new bass player, and we've had two before, and this one and I have a very long history. So he's not going anywhere. I'm not concerned about it. His name's Trevor Antonides.
Believe me, I know.
I know
Believe
Trevor.
me, I know. Yeah,
we know Trevor too.
We know
Hi,
Trevor very well.
Crazy.
After last week, we know Trevor, I think, as much as you do.
I don't know him that well, Steve. I'm
Hey,
kind of
you
jealous.
know? Oh my God! See, I was doing a. Oh, God. Okay, I'm laughing. Oh shit!
I'll tell you what there, Aziza. You don't come down here to Arlen, Texas and try to play that kind of shit here. We ain't going to have it. I'll tell you what.
Oh Lord! Wow.
So yeah,
Wow.
hi Trevor. We love Trevor.
Oh yes.
Trevor was busting his ass for you all week.
Trevor,
He is.
he's
I'm
a
telling you,
fucking
Trevor,
great guy.
Trevor's your little bitch.
No.
And no offense to Trevor. No, he
So
is. He
organized.
was so
He's
good.
really
No, I know.
That's what I need.
No,
Structure.
it's okay. I'm Emily's little bitch. And
Oh my
she tells me
God.
what to do, and I do it. I'm like, okay.
He
and
is,
I get stuff done because women know how to do this better than guys do when they set up stuff and appointments and whatnot. We have the same kind of relationship here. Emily calls the shots. I go, okay. And I just I try to get my 2 cents in, but heaven
Steve's
forbid.
a fucking liar.
She's so humble.
Wow.
She's so humble. She's
Not
like,
all the time. Not all the time. Not all the time. No, honestly, to be honest with you, I would probably lose my head right now if he wasn't stepping in because I have so much shit going on. I just sometimes
is
I'm
that-
like, what the hell?
does
is
that
wrong
We
mean-
love
with
you,
me?
Trevor.
does that mean-
Thank
does
you
that
for all
mean-
your help.
I'm glad. It's
Yes,
good. It's all good
yes.
stuff.
Does that mean new
you know,
album,
sometimes I get
Aziza?
overwhelmed, and he's helping me with some biz.
Now, does that mean new album too coming soon?
Oh yeah. We're
To a
album
theater
out,
to a
but
theater near
we're,
you?
We're not. We were gonna. You're making me chuckle too much. And oh my God, stop.
I'm gonna make you piss yourself. That's my job. I'm trying to pull, again. I told you I'm gonna
just
pull you out of
wait.
your element.
Just you wait. Just you
Oh,
wait. We're almost
you're
there.
good.
If you ate candy pot, so did I. So let's go, girl.
Oh wow, you're hilarious. Okay, so
shit!
Yes.
we were going to. What happened?
No. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Just
okay.
ignore
Are you
us.
Okay.
We're good.
We're good. That was Dave pushing.
I might be
some-
having a seizure. I'm not sure, but you can keep going.
Oh, we don't care about you right now. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
We want to hear about the flame.
We
Tell
want to
us
hear about the flame. The flame. Bury
All
a
right.
flame.
So we were going to do our album and release it this year, but because of Trevor coming in, we're going to push it to 2019 because that way we can jump on some festivals and do our thing and promote the shit out of it. So
Sweet.
if we didn't, we'd be really pushing for time.
You still doing? Are you
maybe-
still doing all the cool, crazy stuff on stage? Egyptian stuff, the belly dancers, all that cool stuff. What's going on with all that?
Honest, we haven't done that. I don't dress really like that. I have a more circusy, burlesque thing kind of going on, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I like to surprise sometimes as well. So we'll just say that.
Okay. Is that everything you wanted to say about the band, or is there anything more?
Besides the band, that's really it. You're just going to see a new album in 2019.
Well,
There's not much, Trevor.
No,
and the band,
that's
we're
cool.
good.
I just want to
Yeah.
make sure you
we
cover
can't wait.
everything.
I would,
because your fans are listening
know,
right now, so we just
I know,
want to make sure
yeah.
that they know.
well, you're also a vocal
we're going
coach,
to do a
right?
couple shows, but we're going to be limited with what we do this year. So
Well,
if
you're
we
gonna
do perform.
Are you promising you're gonna come out by my way?
Yes, every time I go there, though, you've got something going on.
Eastside.
I know, right?
I'll
That's
bring
got to
'em.
change. Me and Emily, me and Emily will be there.
Aziza, I will get him. I will bring him. I will let you give him the smackdown. Don't you worry. Bring it to the east side. We'll be there, girl.
Good.
Well, that was a question I do have to ask Aziza. Is when you're on stage and you look like you do, you're a pretty girl. You got your shit down. You're very sexy and sultry on stage. Just I know this from watching your shows. So is it like guys? You know what I mean? Like you got your guy rock star bands where they walk off stage and they got all these women waiting for you. What's it like as a woman performer, being pretty as you are? Do you have guys off the side of the stage that just wanted to meet you and they're trying to, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I mean, do you have to deal with that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
She's beautiful.
I love how honest she
people-
is. This is why I love Aziza. She's
She's
so honest.
beautiful. Are
She
you
doesn't.
kidding?
She's
But-
not. She's just like, yes, there is.
But
Yep.
I'll be honest. Now, don't misconstrue that. So, here's the deal. There's some really awesome people, and most people are awesome. Most people are very awesome to me after I see a show. Most of the men, most of the women, very nice. No one tries to grab
they
you,
want to do you, Aziza.
But has that
You're
happened
pretty.
before? Sure. And I'm like, listen, mother, you know what? I'm going to smack your ass.
Oh, you can
Not
swear. Oh, by the way, you
say
can swear.
motherfucker.
You can say motherfucker.
We welcome
Okay.
motherfucker.
It's okay.
But, that's what that is, and that's not cool. So you got to put people like that in place. It's wrong. Absolutely.
Immediately, right?
But,
Immediately.
Most of the time,
Immediately,
no,
yes.
I do not deal with that. And
Well, that's what I was
Not
gonna
most
say.
of the
Like
time,
when I seen you do your shows, you just seem to walk around and you're really cool. You just go up and talk to people and stuff. I mean, do you use security now because of your status of where you're at? I mean, do you at least have someone watch over you? Because I worry about you in that way. Because
usually a guy, one of the band members is with me, or if my husband's local, he's there, and it's kind of like I do believe you have to be careful, of course, and I'm just very self-aware of my surroundings, and I don't talk to somebody go out of my way. I'll kind of make myself unavailable,
Sure.
and I think someone's a creeper,
Right.
So I'm very aware of my surroundings, but it took a while to get there. So
okay.
when I was younger in the business, it was different.
Here's another big question for you. And people, People Magazine wants to know this. They called me up today. They want to know this about you. They want they want to know, do you have stalkers? Do you deal with stalkers?
I have had stalkers, absolutely. I have. And I have a P.O. box because of that.
And Emily here on the show also has stalkers, so you two have some in common. Go ahead, Emily.
I love stalkers. They're so fun.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
No.
Aziza, she freaks the fuck out. She trips out
It's
bad.
kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
I drive in with Emily to make sure she's, I protect her. So I'm always by her
Who's
to make
protecting
sure.
her from you?
But then,
You.
then there's a problem.
You
Is who's
are,
protecting
Dave.
her
Oh,
from me.
okay.
You didn't get that memo?
But no, I was just curious. I was just curious as a beautiful woman like yourself, Aziza, like, how much shit do you got to deal with just like these douchebag guys, drunk on, hey, I thought you were hot on stage and I just want to just go out with you. I mean, are you nice at first? You're laughing because you know it's true.
Oh, my good Lord. Well, honestly, Steve, here's the deal. We are a symphonic metal band, and then I do opera, okay? Then I do, I've done Middle Eastern music. So most of the time, you get people like that you are describing at a cover night show, okay?
Sure.
Or
Like at Harpo's.
metal night, maybe. I'm not trying to pinpoint people in, categories, but I've seen it most of the time there more than the fans and stuff that I have. Honestly, I have not had. I think I had maybe 2 creeper fans that I had to say, hey, back off. But honestly, I've seen it more, and it's happened to me more just when I'm at another band show as a cover band. If I'm seeing a cover band or something.
Well, that's
So
really
you get the drunk
interesting.
person, and they're stumbling around, and again,
And one thing,
overdoing boundaries.
Yeah.
And one thing I'm proud about having someone like you on my show is you didn't have to fucking suck your way to the top. you did it on your own.
Oh,
God,
that's
what the
nasty.
fuck am I-
No, I'm being serious because me and Ziza talk.
I
She
have a
knows
piece
what
of
she knows
paper,
where I'm going with
and
this.
I'm pointing to
She
something, and it
knows
does
what-
not say suck a dick.
No, 'cause she didn't have to.
Well, I'm just saying.
She's what I'm trying to say
What was I
is
pointing
women.
to, Steve,
Women
when
should
you just
look
said
up to
suck a
her.
dick?
Women should look up to her because you don't have to suck and fuck your way to get anywhere. Aziza's proved that you don't have to do that as a beautiful woman. You just bust your ass, you get out there, and you fucking
work
get on
hard
and
and
you
yeah.
work hard and you get your shit.
And we
Right,
do.
Aziza? Am I right?
Exactly.
And well,
That's right.
Aziza was
if
talking
you
about the
are worth a
classical
shit,
music.
You're not going to do that to yourself. And
Right.
honestly, it's promoting a bad example for future girls, you little
Exactly.
girls who see you doing that and hearing the story. So this is to me. I teach and I teach a lot of kids, and I'm very, very careful about I let them know that they don't need to be like that.
Well, and not to
singers
cut
in the future.
and not to cut you off, hon. That is another subject I wanted to cut really quick since you're already on it.
Sure.
You are a teacher. Now, do you just do piano and vocals, or do you both?
No, I don't teach piano. I'm not good enough
Just
to do
the-
that. But I
okay,
just
so
do
vocal.
voice. But I do play piano for them a lot. But I'm like not some maestro with
Right.
piano.
Now, with the world that we live in now, which totally sucks dick, and we both can agree on that, right? It's just so crazy
A lot
out
of
there.
it, yes.
So
But there's a lot of
tell
good,
everybody,
too. You
tell
always have to,
everybody, and explain to girls once again, and everybody else what needs to be done. Look what you're doing. What's your main thought on, when you're teaching, singing and stuff? You say a parental guidance must be there if they're a certain age.
Yeah, you absolutely do. I have a open studio that the parents can sit in and enjoy, and listen in on the lessons, and most of them do. And I require it when you come to bring your child with me or whatnot, because in all honesty, there's so many he said things going on. And you can sue anybody for anything these days, and people are sue happy. And it's good to, if you got to do justice to yourself, absolutely sue.
Well,
if you got some insurance claim you need to fight for, do it. Do what you got to do.
Aziza, you're a very smart
what I mean?
girl. You're a very smart girl. Emily even brought up when she was taking singing classes, there's some times where you actually have to touch the person's abdomen.
Diaphragm.
Yeah, diaphragm, which is in the abdomen.
Yes.
To push on it, and they can go ahead and scream, sexual harassment.
Yes, I only do that and ask permission. I have only done it to two people, and one's parent was right there, and I asked the parent and the student.
Yeah, isn't it sad though that you
yes,
have to
and then-
do that? I mean, it's so sad,
Well,
dude.
yes and no. I think you do have to trust boundaries. Some people are really freaked out about being touched. Especially there are people who we all have our thing.
Why didn't you ever
okay?
sue me then?
I don't
But,
like when people touch my head.
I love how she
It's-
just went
it's
right
only
over that.
sad
You see
because
that?
You should have to do that because so many people are quick to jump down your throat for something.
Right.
Well, you're just you're crossing your T's and dotting your I's.
Exactly.
We want to promote your upcoming classical recital. It's going to be Thursday, March 1st, Grand Rapids Community College at 7:30. You can go to the Rant Radio's Facebook page to find out more information on how to buy tickets. But yeah, what are you going to be doing there? What songs?
Oh God, I'm going to be doing some mezzo soprano pieces. Okay, so I'm what do you call a mezzo soprano? It's the middle voice.
No! Figaro!
Yeah, but I can sing high notes and
Figaro!
Figaro!
Sorry, Aziza.
I can't sing.
Go ahead.
You're good. It's all good. But yeah, I'm doing German pieces, Italian pieces, and a French piece, and a couple English ones, and basically my repertoire I've had at the school.
That's fantastic.
And, I'm doing a recital, and it's my first time doing this. This kind of fashion. I've been hired for weddings and things like that, but this is a bigger ordeal for me. So it would be very lovely and awesome if everyone in the world who's hearing this will go.
Right. It
well,
would be great.
You wanted me to ask you between the difference between opera and rock, and I'm like, I know Emily's freaking out because she's like, don't do that one.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck what
fuck's
she says.
sakes.
I'm going to go there.
He never does. Aziza,
Opera
never.
and
He
rock
doesn't listen to me.
is beautiful coming together. And I think, Aziza, me and you could both agree. Queen, there's one. Huge. Awesome.
I see a little silhouette
what's the other band? Dream Theater. Awesome. Opera mixed with, heavy metal. What was it you wanted to say about that? Because you mentioned that, talking about that.
I just want to, some people, I guess it's interesting because when I was younger, my mom mentioned opera to me when I was, when I was just bored. I guess I would belt at the top of my lungs like that. And she made that joke, but it turned into a reality. I'm not famous or a star, but Whoopi do, the reality of her envisioning that actually did come true to some degree. But and somehow I took that path, and I never knew that story until I started actually doing classical and opera. My mom told me that story. I thought it was wild. But it's interesting because some people would say be just this, choose opera or choose rock. And some people would fight me on that, and I've never been able to choose, and I don't want to, and why should I? So I guess that's what I wanted to say about it. I was told I had to pick one or the other, and I've had so many opinions. And I remember when I was at a classical convention for singing, not rock singing, just pure classical, pure that nice, stuff, okay? This guy told me, who is an opera prude, I will say, he goes, why opera? And I'm like, wow. Because immediately I could, tell he didn't think I had the potential for it. And it crushed me so bad. I didn't let him see me cry, but I did cry when I walked out the door. And he told me I should just go back to rock and not touch opera.
Fuck them people.
Oh,
fuck them.
that's shitty, dude.
Just fuck them.
And I'll tell you what. It's okay. It's okay. Because I friended him on Facebook, and I decided to kill him with kindness. And I said, I'll show you.
It's better than
and
the
that's what I
angry
said in my head.
faces, isn't it? Those angry faces people
and honestly, I actually thank him because he probably heard some things I needed to work on and just didn't have a nice way of saying it. And he was negative about it instead of a positive thing like, hey, you did this good or this good, but you really got to work on this and you really got to work on that.
No,
because it is
dude,
a hard technique.
You are really good
You're
really good at
it's
singing.
fun.
You can't beat yourself up over any of these fuckheads.
Oh no, and I became stronger because of that situation. And I think if you want to do something, you're talking about how you want me to talk about inspiring, another generation.
I don't know.
And girls,
Aziza,
young girls, it's like
Aziza, as a woman, I mean, I tell Steve this every day. I'm like, if somebody tells me not to do something or I can't do it, well, by golly, I'm going to fucking do it.
By golly, I'll
That's
tell
right.
you what. By golly, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now.
Yep.
By
That's
golly.
right. You do it.
That's right.
You do that shit.
We show them. We show them. I want to
That's right. You have to.
We really want to talk about the Aziza World Fragrance. Tell us about it. This is your line. We hear it's wonderful. You have awesome products. Give us a little rundown on it. How'd you start? Where is it at?
That's a wild story, but I'll break it down for you in a nutshell. Okay. So my mom, when I was a little girl, a lot of things were inspired from my mother, as you can see. This is interesting. I just realized that.
Which is wonderful. I feel a love.
But trust me, we have our days. Oh, my God. Two strong, women, strong-willed women. There
That's
you go.
right.
Young. She had gardens of flowers, things like that. So she always was maintaining flowers. I was always smelling them. I loved the smell of them. I loved perfume from that. And, of course, that was always another dream I had, which is weird. But I used to mix her perfumes, her very expensive perfumes, together and make my own scents out of them. And, you know, one day when I was in a wheelchair recovering from a foot surgery.
I remember that, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. 2010.
Yep.
I had a foot surgery.
Dude, me and you know each other for too fucking
Shut
long.
the fuck up,
This
Steve,
is
and let her
scary.
tell her
Yeah.
story.
No, I just feel
Oh my
old.
God,
I
you
feel
guys are
old
funny.
because I remember this. I remember this. This is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was on a lot of Vicodin, and I was feeling inspired. And I was homebound, and I didn't have a care in the world, and I wanted to create things. So I was like, I'm going to do this business. I'm going to make this happen. I started charting out recipes and all this crazy stuff, and researching and taking classes and workshops online for it.
Were you doing
it
it all witchcraft
stuff.
style? Like
See,
you'd have this little bowl
opiates aren't
and
always
you'd like
bad.
bust it in the bowl, like swirl it around and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my God!
Would it be all like witchcraft like type shit? You throw a little bit of this in there, a little bit of hornswoggle in there, and a little bit of
chicken
frog
blood.
breath, and
Yeah.
you just start smashing it up, and you're like, I got this kick-ass fragrance.
You take drugs, Danny?
Oh my Lord!
No, but I gotta say, ladies and gentlemen, like I've actually purchased your perfume, cologne for the men, and it was epic. I didn't get no rashes. It smelled fucking great. And me and Emily have a little thing for you. If you could send us, me and Emily, a what do you want to call it? A
Little sampler set.
a sampler.
Yeah.
We'll wear it,
Yeah.
and then
Little
we'll wear
cup.
it, and we'll smell each other, and we'll just
We'll wear it and we'll smell each
we'll wear
other.
it, we'll
Oh
smell
my
each other,
God.
and we'll push your product. How's that?
You know what that boils down to, right?
Oh.
Wow. You're
Well,
hilarious.
I have a
I'm
question.
just, that's fine, but I'm laughing at
Aziza,
you.
Aziza, I'm going to try to ask you a question while Steve shuts the fuck up for 1 second here. I love you, Steve. I love you, Steve. No, but so you specialize in fragrance. I know you have you do the soaps too. Do you ever dabble in the lotions?
I am actually doing that behind closed doors right now. But,
Oh my God!
Well,
you know
obviously
what?
Just said that, but
I hate to
I'm going to
stop
release it
you.
next year.
I hate to stop you here, but I have the perfect person you can test on. It's your dear
Yeah?
friend Steve. He came out of the closet a few weeks ago
Dick.
about being a chronic masturbator, and he wants
Oh
to
my
know
God.
he wants to know the best product to stroke his wee wee.
Because
While he
Jurgens
watches
was going in my
Pornhub.
penis head, and it was hurting.
Oh,
So
my
I was just
Lord.
wondering if you have any product that you can help us chronic masturbators that we could use to where it doesn't hurt our dickhead
Yeah,
when we do it.
Jurgens made him burn a little, so he needs something a little more gentle.
He's a
Excuse me
doctor.
while I
He's a
whip this
doctor.
out.
Thank you, Dave,
He
for
is a
going
doctor.
over Aziza. What did you just say?
You need a doctor.
Somebody with a PhD,
Exactly.
please, come.
I mean,
save
Aziza, what is the thing to jerk off to? Like, what kind of lotion that wouldn't hurt the penis? Do you have any
I
professional
don't want
opinion?
anyone doing that with my products, okay? No. Nope.
Will you
Nope.
still send me and Emily samples so we can
We
like
promise
rave
we
about
won't
it?
masturbate.
We won't masturbate to it, but we will talk about it every week and how we smell.
And how wonderful
That
it is.
you can talk about how wonderful you smell. That's lovely.
I know you have some great Valentine's Day promotions, great gifts. I mean, Valentine's Day, wah, fuck that holiday.
Mhm.
But you know what? Sometimes it's just nice to get a gift and something that's different, and especially, you know, I don't want to say homemade, but yeah, like it comes from somebody that really cares about what they're doing and what they're putting out in the world, and it is natural. It's not tested on animals that are locked up in a cage, and there's not a bunch of, you know, rings to jump
Toxins.
around to get there.
And they should trust you more than anyone at the pharmacy. That's why we're really, with you on this. When the big businesses try to take you out, that's bullshit, because we know the big businesses, they don't care.
They're
They're
the
just trying to
crappy
push
ones.
their
No.
shit, and they don't care what happens to you.
Because they have the money.
'Cause they don't
it's
care.
It's like this. If you mass produce something, you have to, that's going to long last on the shelves, you have to put preservatives in it. Okay, so the natural stuff will have a shorter shelf life. That's why they don't usually do it, but they could if they wanted to. They would just have to find a new way to produce everything.
Right, it's not
The
natural
smaller
anymore
quantity,
at that point.
Smaller quantities. So what? There's a market for everything. But yeah, and a lot of people are becoming more aware, and they're wanting to support small businesses more. So the money is starting to spread out that way more with, skincare things. People are starting to care more about what they're actually putting on their skin, and there's more things being exposed. What are in those products? Like, for instance, powdered makeup. It has titanium dioxide, which can create respiratory tract cancer.
Isn't that wonderful?
And yeah, like you can even barely say these words, scientific words. Paraphenylene. It's in brown and black hair dyes. It can cause bladder and breast cancer.
Fantastic.
So, why would you want to use this stuff?
Well, it kills me.
I mean,
These are the things that our government is allowing them to put in the products.
and make
though.
millions of dollars off of.
Money talks.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I've been in the hair industry. I mean, I still am, not as frequent, but I get it. These companies, they pay their little false advertising fees every fucking year because I mean, it's $500 to $1,000. It's like a ticket. And they're like, wah, wah, wah. We just made $8 billion. $1,000 is like a penny in their pocket. And it's bullshit. Yeah. The stuff they put in their products. And, we just want to feel fresh. We want to feel clean. We want to smell good. But we don't.
Right.
We don't want to kill animals in the process. We don't want to kill humans in the process. And
we don't want to torture animals in the process.
Well, I mean, we still have Steve up. We can put him up.
Yeah, we don't mind torturing him.
We're donating Steve to your cream line. What should we call it? I don't know. We could do a documentary on Aziza's cream line.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to use for that.
With Steve. Just mute the mic.
So Steve's just a Fury cream.
We got to harass Steve once in a while when he leaves the room. Oh, wait.
Wait, he's back. He's back. Don't talk
back.
about him.
Shush.
Well, Emily, basically, you're onto a point there. It's like there's no purpose to test on animals. I don't like it either. I can't stand it. I can't watch the stuff. It drives me emotionally crazy. I just get heartbroken. I'm a very passionate person, and when I really love something, I love it. And when I want to do something, I give it my all. And, I definitely wanted to make sure my company represented who I was, too, as a person. I have, hired an artist named Helkinen Val. She lives in Belgium. She used to run a metal female festival out in Belgium. But she does all my artwork, and she's very strong imagery. And I wanted to reflect that in my perfume, a very strong presence, and not have this, toxins and all those things in my stuff, and stay true and stay vegan. All the companies I buy my oils from, they all are vegan as well. I made sure I verified all that. I'm working on getting, involved in more programs like Leaping Bunny, where they're against animal testing, things like that. I want to do things like that with my business and support businesses like that, and then get that kind of support back. That's what it's about.
Well,
you have to stick together and grow from the root and expand. And
absolutely,
if you don't keep putting money back in the things you believe in, and
I really believe that
You
the
know,
small
you're gonna keep
businesses can
promoting
take
these big
out.
kahunas who put
these
crap
big
in our
ones.
stuff.
They do. They put so much shit. They're like, oh,
Mhm.
why you fat? I'm like, I don't know. I ate some fucking cheese from Kroger.
Well, what's even
It's fine."
scarier is even big companies taking other big companies like Menards is working on taking out Home Depot.
Never happened.
Well, they're all greedy. That's the problem. If everyone, to me, this sounds crazy. When I was a little girl, I said, why is the world why are people starving in Ethiopia? Why are all these, people starving? If every millionaire gave $100,000 to every freaking country that was poor, could we actually fix the problem? I don't know, but it sure would help, wouldn't it? So I don't know. I'm weird like that. But I thought that when I was a little girl, and honestly, if I ever had that kind of money, I would be very, caring to people about it who needed it. I think the world's so full of greed, honestly. There's a lot of greed.
no,
and
it
those
really
companies
is.
Everybody has
they just
their
want to
passion.
keep profiting, and they pay their employees like crap, and everybody beneath them is making crap.
Yeah, let's
Except
not.
for the big
it's
guys.
true.
Let's
It's
not
true.
get on that subject.
No, it
'cause
is
that could
true,
go
though,
another
but-
hour.
No, but yeah.
I do.
So
I do,
the other
I
thing
do.
we do want to discuss with you about is
Sidetracking, but yeah. go
no,
ahead.
No, that's
let's talk
fine.
about your earlier years of your movie stuff. We haven't talked about that yet.
Gotcha. Okay. Mm-hmm.
You're like, question. So, like,
I heard you were in movies. I'm pretty.
Yeah. Yes, I was. Well, I think they're independent films. And I did
that's
some
good.
local commercials and some modeling spokeswomen jobs, things like that.
were you ever in California? Did you live there?
No. I honestly, I was in the wrong town at the wrong time. I honestly feel like if I was born in this era now, if I was a 20-year-old right now, today, okay, I would have a better chance than what I did when I was 20 years old. Because in Grand Rapids, where I live, it's a very conservative town, and you have more of the girl
Conservative?
next door
You're
type look.
crazy.
Yeah.
Conservative? Oh, that's
Yeah.
it's so liberal there. It's sick. Don't you even try that
you
on
don't
me.
even know.
Oh, I do know. I used to go
I
to your
live
house
here.
all the
I live
time.
here.
Oh,
I
my
live
God.
here.
You remember the
Well,
time I
maybe
used to
it's
sleep
the
over?
mentality
This is how cool Aziza is, ladies and gentlemen. I slept over her house one night with you and your prior husband. And,
Is this
Oh,
X-rated?
boyfriend, got
yeah,
you.
the one that
Oh
used
my
to play
God.
guitar in your old band,
It's like a swinger story.
right?
Oh,
No.
see, gotcha.
No, I'm
Okay,
trying to get her.
that's-
I'm trying to
yeah,
get her to remember this. And this is how cool you are.
I remember.
You had a wolf for a friggin' animal.
I heard about
And
this.
she's
Yes,
story.
I did.
and I'll never forget this. This was the funniest story ever. And I told Emily about this, and Emily lost her ass over this
I was
too.
like, I want this
This
dog.
is funny. So I'm sleeping over Aziza's house.
She was husky, German Shepherd, and white wolf, just on the legal border of having her.
And as I was going to
And-
sleep
but
on the
she
couch,
was very wild.
she was really cool though. She was a sweetheart.
Yes,
And,
she was.
um,
She was a sweet angel. Yes.
And then I remember you saying to me, you can help yourself to the fridge, but don't give her anything. Don't give her any kind of meat because then she's going to go back to her wild ways. I'm like, what the fuck?
Absolutely,
This dog's
yeah.
head was bigger than my face and my chest put together. This was a big animal, and I'm like, okay. And you're like,
Actually, she was the rut out of the litter, though. Which is
That's
interesting.
crazy.
So imagine her siblings.
I love that dog, by the way. Dog, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it,
yeah. She's in doggy heaven now. Yeah.
Oh.
But yes, she's a wonderful dog. Wonderful. I miss her to death. Yes, I have a picture of her in my bedroom. I went on the fridge. She's awesome. Very, very loyal. Anyway,
Well, going back to the
Carry on.
movies, now, did you work with Keanu Reeves? Because that really bums me out. I've always seen Keanu Reeves as this really awesome guy because he's like the realest of all the actors that I used to think. Now, you might have something different to say because didn't you have to work for him?
no. Yeah, I did work for him, but he actually was very nice.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He did say that he was upset with himself about. He said he was a bad actor. He called himself a bad actor. But you know what? We've all done that. We've all said something negative back to ourselves.
You know,
What was
Derek's
crazy
listening.
about
Of
that
course,
set-
Derek is listening tonight. He's waiting for you to say anything bad about Broken. By the way, the movie me
Oh
and
my
you were in.
God.
The movie me and you were in. He's
You know
waiting.
what?
He's
Okay.
waiting for you to
No,
say
listen,
anything,
no.
anything negative.
No.
Dave, are you feeling a little off?
Hi, Derek.
Yeah,
How
I
you
do
doing?
everything.
I know you're
No.
listening, buddy.
Oh my God.
No, I'm just saying.
guys-
I'm just
Dave,
saying.
you wanna
Come
Derek,
on. I'm a
Derek,
little more classy than that, aren't I?
Derek jumped on right away
Let's jump in
and
the
was
studio
like,
too, Dave.
liked it, and you know damn well he's listening to this tonight. He's waiting to say us. He's waiting to see if we say anything
Oh
bad
my
about Broken.
God.
But I will tell you funny stuff about Broken with me and you. This is how me and you became such close pals. Is remember we'd sit at like 5-6 hours a time without even acting. So me and you did the scripts in Tourette's. We did our scripts in
Oh my God. You're
Opera.
bad. It's
I'm a
really mean
huge
now, though.
fan
Do you remember
of
how?
Tourette's,
Do
by the
you
way.
remember how funny that was,
Especially
dude?
Tourette's on helium.
I would feel really bad doing that now. I actually do feel bad about some things I used to do.
Fucking biscuits.
We used to get screamed at because we were so bored. We're sitting in the other room just going through our lines in different versions of every way we could think of. And, dude, that shit was fucking hilarious. I don't even know how they could even got mad because we were just too funny. We were way too
Well,
funny.
when you're up a long time, you're not getting a lot of rest. You just start acting. I start acting like almost a lunatic. You know, I can act like a lunatic when I'm at enough sleep because
Oh,
you're
yes.
just delirious. You're delirious. So we were quite delirious, but we were also goofy. Period. So
Yeah.
combine it together, and we're whack jobs.
That's the nicest way you could have put it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, though, I miss those days. That was a really fun movie to shoot with you, by the way. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I get to rape Aziza in this scene, so you're all gonna have to watch
Oh my
it.
God.
Yeah, there's a
But
rape
you know
scene.
what? It was done
Remember?
in a well manner. I will say that. I remember.
Do you
Derek
remember how
really
more
listened.
uncomfortable though Derek and everybody made it? Like when I had to get on top of you, and they're like, "If you get a boner, you're fired." And I'm like,
Oh.
"Why would I get a boner? This is like,
Yeah, that's not.
I've got like
not
3
at all.
camera
And we're
guys
like,
on me." And
at all.
it's like,
Not at
yeah,
all.
this is not sexual in any way. This is like, wow. You know, me and you even felt uncomfortable doing it. You know, as close as
Ever seen such cruelty?
as close as we were, you know. I just want to say that. Just it must be weird doing acting all the time because this is the kind of shit that actors have to go through. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you read the script, you take it on, you own it, you deal with it, and you move on.
I'll never forget that night. It was just so crazy because like Aziza was like my best friend at that time, and it was just so weird to do that where, you know, she'd lay there and they're telling me, "Rip her clothes off, rip this off, act like
Well,
you're, you know,
yeah.
you're raping her."
Yeah, I get it.
It was
Yeah, you were-
terrible. The whole
everyone
thing was
fine,
terrible.
And actually, yes, it wasn't comfortable. Why in the heck would that be comfortable? But imagine doing it if you were naked. That'd even be way more uncomfortable.
Right, and
thank
Hollywood,
God.
yeah,
I
and
wouldn't have
Hollywood
done it,
deals with that
honestly.
shit.
I'm
Exactly.
commando right now, just in case anyone cares.
Huh?
I said I'm commando right now, and nobody cares.
I don't know what the fuck Emily's talking about. She's getting buzzed
I
or
know.
something. She just wants to let everybody know
Well,
she's
anyway,
not
you're
wearing
getting
underwear.
sappy on us here now, man.
I'm just
Come
sitting
on.
back listening to Steve.
Anything else interesting in the Aziza world that you can talk about?
Well, we want
Oh.
everybody to go see her. If you're in Grand Rapids, go see Aziza with her classical recital.
Now, let's talk about
March
this
You can go
classical.
on my website. Just go to my website for more info too. If you
Or
want
you
to catch
could-
up
or you
on
could
other
visit-
shows and my perfume stuff. AzizaWorld.com.
Absolutely.
AZI.
AzizaWorld.com.
AzizaWorld.com.
.com.
But you could also visit the Rant Radio on Facebook. We have the links for Aziza World. We have the links for the classical recital on March 1st in Grand Rapids. Yeah, just go see her. She's amazing. Her journey is awesome. She's a great person. Steve knows her.
Dankeschön.
Yeah. This is good.
Ja, es ist gut.
And-
Sehr gut.
And look how the hell you've been through, Aziza, and look where you are now. we
yeah, it was a crazy
we
young girl.
definitely throw
I
a lot
really
of
was.
we throw a lot of blessings to you. I mean, look where you're at now, and good for you. That's all I can say. Good for you, and I'm very happy for you. Seriously.
Well, thank you. Thanks.
You're actually the
Appreciate that.
first technically band type person we had in the studio, because I said I won't do any bands, but when I heard about you and getting you in here, I said okay.
We're
So-
virgins. We're virgins.
Yeah, we're virgins with the bands, because normally we're just jocking shit. You know, we're doing crazy stunts and whatnot. But you know, honestly, now we're looking at like, well, maybe we'll do one band a month if they're worthy like you are. You know, we're not going to take just
Wow.
some shit band in. They gotta have their marking in life. You know what I mean? Because you busted your ass to get what you're at. Let's face it. It's not like you sat around and told someone else to do it. You did it, dude. I know. I was friends with you. You know what I'm saying? I know what you did. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
She does sound. Thank you. She's just happy that we're not fucking with her in any way, because she's kind of like, oh shit.
Oh, you tried. I caught. Yeah, no, body lotion. You don't use that stuff. No.
We can go back
You
to that
tried, you
subject.
tried.
Steve does have a
But
very bad
anyway,
issue.
thank
Is
you.
there
You
any body
appreciate it.
lotion that
do.
I can use to jerk off with that won't hurt me?
He
Oh, great. See what I did? And right after I said that, I said, you
Yeah.
shouldn't have done that.
He
Shouldn't
did.
have done that. Oops.
Steve got it. He actually got a certificate in the mail from Pornhub for the best
I wouldn't be
customer of the week.
Listen
then
to
it-
Aziza.
and then it was the
Aziza
week-
goes against
You're
me
gonna-
right away.
And then it was the month, and then it was the year.
You need to stop talking.
And then he
about
gets
this
a
now. You're ruining
trophy.
My innocent reputation.
Pornhub just basically appreciated me for how much they go on there. They appreciate me. They're just saying thank you.
He has a special phone dedicated to us.
Oh no.
Sometimes you gotta poke some
Oh,
poop.
Lord. Okay.
We're just messing around.
I know.
Well,
I know.
maybe we are. Maybe we aren't.
Emily's retarded.
Unreal. You were
Just
talking
understand
about,
she's
Thank you.
she-
Yeah, I am.
She went through special ed
I
when
did.
she was a child.
I was on the short bus. I licked the window.
Yeah, she was
I know.
like fucking retarded when she was young. So
We just offended like how many people?
good. Offend them all. Fuck them.
It's just a joke.
You know, honestly,
it's just
speaking
a
of that, I
fucking
honestly
joke,
think
people.
it-
Relax.
What I notice is zombies in the world. You know, those people who stare at their phones.
Yeah,
and
stare at
they're
their phones.
into
Dude, I'm with you on
the
that.
phone zombies.
Yeah, phone zombies.
Those
Everyone's
are the
looking
kind of people
down.
that will annoy me more than anything, anybody else in the universe.
How are we
It's-
supposed
it's
to
like,
meet?
Wow.
How are we supposed to meet people to even date them? You heard of that one comedian that had a date with the girl, took her home, and then she nailed him for sexual harassment. And it's like, what the fuck were you thinking he was gonna do if you said, okay, I'm gonna go home with you?
They went to dinner, and then he invited her back to his home, which was $1 million mansion in Hollywood somewhere, obviously. and he's like, I'm a chick. If I go to dinner with a guy and everything's going cool, and he invites me back to the house, I'm like, all right, cool, let's go. What do I expect? Whatever I want. I mean, really, you have control. Be the woman. Be in control.
Be in control. That's all it is. Be in control.
I'm in control.
Understand your surroundings, and we know you know that, Aziza.
Yeah. I learned young.
Because you said you had some, issues in the past, where they even try to fuck with you, and you were strong enough to get away from that. So good for you.
But yeah, let's recap here. So we really want everybody in Grand Rapids to go see Aziza at Grand Rapids Community College for her classical recital. This is going to be fantastic. I'd love to hear her sing. Don't ding me, motherfucker.
Yay! That's so great.
That's right. Visit the Rant Radio on Facebook to find out how you can get tickets, or go to azizaworld.com.
Actually, it's free, which is better. It's free.
Oh,
So
fuck. Bring your
You don't
family.
even spend any money, man. Just if you got to drive, you're spending gas.
How many seats are in that place?
I think it's 150. maybe 200.
Oh, you'll
but
get
it says it
that.
on the website.
You'll
But
get that.
yeah, so get there early. I'd get there at 7, but that's what I would do.
Well,
Yeah.
Aziza, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. We can't wait till you can come into studio, and we can get some body language and
I
all
just
that
can't wait
stuff
to.
going
Yeah,
on.
I just can't wait to see your pretty face again.
Thank you so much. Visit the Rant Radio on Facebook for more information. AzizaWorld.com.
Aziza, what are you thinking?
can't wait.
In March? Are we looking at March?
Yeah, after my recital. Then I'm so busy until March 1st, and then after that I can come and see you for sure.
Awesome. We cannot wait. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. We're going to go on with Dave. He is ready. He's ready for the rant on the Rant Radio. Here we go, Dave.
It's in the news. We've got so many things to rant about tonight. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
So we'll go over a little bit. We'll just pay for it. Fuck it. You guys want to go over?
No.
Well, if you got a lot to say.
Okay, we got a lot
go.
to say. First of all, 15-year-old little losers that go out and get a gun and shoot up their classmates. And now we've got the liberal left all running
When
around
the fuck
screaming.
did that happen?
Yesterday?
I didn't even hear about it.
Kentucky, I believe. 15-year-old kid walked into the school, started shooting.
Oh,
Killed 2 kids.
Shit. Oh.
So, once again, it was the immediate response of the liberal left. We need more gun laws. We don't need more gun laws. 15-year-olds should never have guns.
Agreed.
Okay. That's the first rant we got to get out of the way tonight. Second rant, Walmart. Are they greeters or are they stormtroopers? And the reason I answer, I am sick. They see me walk out of the checkout, walk 15 feet and stop me. We want to search your bags. Can you show us your receipt?
That's sad.
No.
That's sad.
No.
Fuck you, Walmart. Anyway.
They have no right to go through. They have no right to stop you. I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't stop. I just look at it and say, no, thank you, and keep walking. Okay. Dr. Nasser. Do you know who that is?
No.
Dr. Nasser is the gymnastics doctor for Michigan State that's on trial right now because he molested hundreds of underage girls, gymnasts, over 20 years. You haven't seen this on the news?
No, I'm sorry, bro. I haven't. That's weird.
Hundreds of gymnasts
That's
went to him
terrible.
to get treatment for sprains and bruises and aches and whatever. And this guy has been molesting them for 20 years. Okay, 40 years in prison they gave him. He's already got 60 for having child porn on his computer. So this guy is going to spend 100 years in prison. Now, for 20 years of complaints, did Michigan State University know this? I believe they did. I believe they got the complaints. They tried to cover it up. The president of Michigan State University refusing to step down amid this scandal. Should they need to put her on trial right next to Nasser?
I can go with that.
Okay. And you know what? Hey, I want to do a gymnast too, but I want mine A, of age, and B, consenting.
We need to do pole vaulting.
Pole vaulting, yeah.
I would pay.
Or she can try to
see
do the
that.
balance beam on it. I don't know.
Yeah, balance beam with you or pole vaulting. I would pay big money to see that. You
Okay.
fuck.
Okay, we're going to save the last couple of these for next week because we got a whole lot of other stuff
Like I
we
said,
can
if
get
you
into.
wanna go over
ranting.
it,
Next
go over.
week is just all rant. Like, we got so many rants and all these stupid
You wanna go over a little bit? Go
motherfuckers
ahead.
out there. We're going to do it. We're going to do it up next week.
All right, we've got 40 seconds to go. Got anything, Steve? Anything you want to talk about?
Suck my dick. Emily, go fuck yourself. There you go.
Huh, well, ain't nobody
How's
gonna
that?
Oh, Emily, anything you want to talk about?
We're going to talk about it next week. We got a lot coming up. The Ouija board. We're going to keep you on the limb.
Oh, we're going to have a special guest.
We're trying to summon.
next couple of weeks.
We're trying to summon Satan.
We're going to summon Satan from my basement.
to come here and
right.
to do an interview.
Good night, everybody, from the rant in Detroit.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Peace out, fuckers.